Gege Akutami going on constant breaks has some Jujutsu Kaisen fans going absolutely crazy. The result of that? Some literally insane memes and edits that result in what became known as Lobotomy Kaisen. In today's video, we'll explain the 25 craziest memes revolving around Jujutsu Kaisen. Let's start by the absolute monstrosity of the memes revolving around, nah, I'd win. Fans went on to edit characters in the characteristic pose of Gojo saying that. We have characters like Utahime, the Death Painting Curse, Mikamaru, Dagon, Sukuna, Yuta, Miwa, Jogo, Bunny273, Roronoa Zoro, just to name a few. And it's not just that, because believe me, Jujutsu Kaisen fans can indeed be very creative with their edits. Listen to this! When combined with other memes like stand proud, you are strong, bring out 120% of their strength, I alone am the honored one, are you the strongest because you were Gojo, or are you Gojo because you were the strongest? Well then yeah, things start getting even messier. At this point, I saw edits of Planet Earth saying I alone am the habitable one, I saw edits of oxygen and glucose using domain expansion to produce ATP, I saw the integrator telling the function stand proud, you are strong. Yeah, you get the idea. Jujutsu Kaisen fans are something when it comes to brain rot memes. I mean, I even saw imaginary situations with people asking each other if they could take on a freaking bear with their bare hands, with them replying back, well, if the bear was hungry, it might cause me a little trouble. Damn, even popular streamers like Choso caught stray bullets from this and got absolutely roasted out of nowhere from the Jujutsu Kaisen fandom.
Now, I'd eat! Stand proud, Badland shows you are strong!
Okay, I admit, the previous point was quite something. So for this next point, I need to speak about something serious. And I mean it. I might actually be in trouble here. You see, ever since Sukuna defeated Gojo, Sukuna has been destroying each Jujutsu Kaisen character one after another. Well, it seems Gege ran out of characters to throw in the fight, because he surely goes back to read his own manga and see what other characters he has available to have them fight Sukuna. Who would think that even Miguel would arrive to fight Sukuna, right? But hear me out. As it turns out, Gege has now run out of characters, and the result of that, everyone is getting drafted. And I mean everyone. Just check out this email I received the other day from Gege. Dear Domain Aniki, with this email, you are hereby formally informed that you are being drafted to fight Sukuna in the upcoming chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. Please come prepared, as we expect you to at least last a whole chapter against Sukuna. We understand this might be unfortunate news for you, but please note we don't take no as an answer. We are running out of characters, so we need you to last long enough until Shoko can revive Gojo. Signed, Gege Akutami. Okay, be honest with me, guys. Am I cooked, or do I stand any sort of a chance against Sukuna? Okay, truth be told, Sukuna is pretty overpowered, so not sure what happens from here onwards. But what I do know is that in the past weeks, Sukuna became a meme for yet another reason. You see, normally the new gen villain that is supposed to be Michael Jackson is, as we all know, Muzan. However, in the Blu-ray release of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, the fight scene between Sukuna and Mahoraga was revised and completed. Because of that, we had some new scenes we did not see in the original anime. And can anyone please explain to me why Sukuna does the Michael Jackson pose here? Oh, and yeah, you better believe that fans had a field day with that meme. And the edits they produced? Because of it. But since we mentioned Mahoraga, well, here I would have to mention a meme that is absolutely insane. You see, Mahoraga is supposed to be a Shikigami that can survive any situation thrown at him, if he's got enough time to adapt. Well, before I proceed to explain this meme, please, for the love of God, this is a joke and do not do such a thing. What do I mean by that? Well, hear me out. Some fans went ahead to make videos and comments like this: throwing my baby in fire so he can adapt to heat. Project Mahoraga failed. Throwing my child in swimming pool so he adapt breathe underwater. Project Mahoraga failed. Once again, for the love of God, do not do this in real life. I mean, if you succeed and create Mahoraga, well, who's gonna stop him? This was only the first meme about Mahoraga. How about the second? This meme is none other than Megumi's constant obsession with summoning Mahoraga for every minor inconvenience. I mean, the guy almost summoned Mahoraga against Sukuna on episode 1, against Sukuna again when Sukuna took control of Itadori's body, against Hanami, against Todo, and even both times he encountered the special great curses. Oh, and he successfully summoned him against Haruta. Even when being shown lying inside Sukuna, his arms are still in the pose of summoning Mahoraga. Next, let's just speak about the rivalry between Sukuna fans and Gojo fans. Throughout their fight, Gojo had to fight against all of Sukuna with his own abilities, and Megumi's, Mahoraga, and at some point, even Agito. This led to fans mocking Sukuna, calling him a fraud that needs help from Mama Agito and Papa Mahoraga in order to fight Gojo. How do Sukuna fans respond? At least my goat is still in one piece and not split in two. You better believe that the memes and situations I saw dissing Gojo were literally ruthless, calling Gojo Go/Joe. Or damn, I even saw some merchandise where a Gojo figure was cut and sold in half. But speaking of Gojo's death, well, Gojo is not dead. I am telling you, Gojo is not dead. There are fans out there that just refuse to accept that our glorious blue-eyed king is gone forever, and because of that, a meme was created. 30 years from now, when I will still be waiting for my glorious blue-eyed king to return, I have not yet lost hope. He will be back. 70 years from now, me on my deathbed at my late 90s, my grandchildren telling me, "Grandpa, you need to let it go. Gojo is gone. The Jujutsu Kaisen manga is not even releasing any more chapters." I reply, "No, he will return. Just have faith." Yeah, that's the level of delusion Gege has put us through. But let's go over to another meme of Gojo that is a bit more cheerful now. You see, I am not sure if this is canon, but apparently someone mentioned that Gojo is afraid to speak to women. Well, fans went on to make edits that look something like this. "You need to let this go. You are not Gojo." Literally me, and showing a picture writing that Gojo is afraid of women. A similar meme as that is the following. You see, Jujutsu Kaisen fans went on to do edits comparing the reaction of men against women in a given situation. The comparison was as follows. Girls, when one of them says that she likes the other friend's brother.
Jogo!
And then we have boys that as soon as someone mentions the name of the other guy's sister, we have a scene that looks something like this. We previously mentioned how Gege started to run out of characters to use against Sukuna. Well, in reality, specifically one of those characters that fought Sukuna became a viral meme for a few weeks. You see, Hashimo wanted to fight Sukuna for literal centuries. He did all these. He demanded that he's the one to fight Sukuna. He used a once-in-a-lifetime technique that would literally kill him afterwards just so he could take down Sukuna, and then he didn't even last a full chapter against Sukuna. Talk about embarrassing. Okay, since we mentioned Sukuna again, let's present the rest of the memes he's involved in. As we saw, Sukuna was shown to pull off some abilities out of nowhere we never knew he could use, or he was even shown knowing rules about the curse techniques of people not even the own users knew, like when he redirected Higuruma's punishment into the curse tool out of nowhere. Because of that, fans created the following meme. "Oh yeah, my anti-blank technique I haven't used since the Heian era," all to justify Gege making sure that Sukuna survives against anything and everything that's thrown in his way. An even funnier meme about Sukuna that I must admit is 100% true is the following. As we saw, Sukuna commends almost all of his opponents for their feat of strength. He commends Jogo, Gojo, Kashimo, Yuta, Higuruma, you name it. When it comes to Yuji, well, my guy Sukuna just hates him. At this point, fans even created a meme that looks something like this. Miwa throwing the weakest, most pathetic attack on Sukuna. Sukuna's reply, "What a magnificent technique! Stand proud, Miwa, you are strong." Yuji learning reverse curse technique in a day, blocking his slashes, learning to use domain expansion, summons a black hole. Sukuna's response? Nah, boy, you're weak. But speaking of you are weak, yeah, who could really leave behind the of Gojo? Not much to say about this, but this meme was the definition of going viral throughout social media. We briefly mentioned Miwa. Well, you better believe that she is getting roasted online for being weak. Imagine forming a binding vow to never be able to swing a katana ever again, all to boost your powers to the maximum and unleash an attack that, in the end, it does literally nothing. Yep, that's Miwa for you. Next, let's just mention Hakari, that is arguably among the fan favorites. The memes revolving around him? Well, here are the names fans came up with for Hakari. Hakari, the house never loses Kinji. Hakari, one more spin Kinji. Hakari, can't end at a loss Kinji. Hakari, I swear I'm not addicted Kinji. Hakari, you lose 100% of the gambles you don't take Kinji. Hakari, 99% of gamblers quit before they hit big Kinji. I've got a feeling that Hakari might have a small addiction problem. Now, let's present the 4 next insane memes that have to do with the protagonist Yuji. First of all, when his fight with Mahito was approaching, all I could see in my For You page were edits of Itadori walking towards Mahito with the background song being, "Where you go, I go." Like, I'm not joking. Fans were going crazy with that meme. But the craziest meme that had to do with the Shibuya arc was when someone created the following edit of Itadori supposedly holding a gun aiming to shoot the apple above Nobara's head. Well, in this version of Lobotomy Kaisen, Yuji shot Nobara and thus killed her. A quick meme now that existed from the very start of the anime was Yuji deciding to eat Sukuna's finger. Not many things to say about this moment other than Yuji became a viral meme because of that. Next, let's just mention another early meme that has to do with Itadori. Well, to be honest, it has to do with both Todo and Itadori. You see, Todo has an obsession with asking anyone he sees what type of women they like in order to decide whether they're boring or not. When Itadori replied that he likes tall women with a big butt, well, that was the deciding factor in Yuji and Todo becoming brothers from there onwards. Oh, and Jennifer Lawrence was part of this meme as well, as a reference for the ideal woman for Yuji. Speaking of Todo, during season 2, we had an anime original sequence where he casually goes on to do a performance that is taken straight out of the My Hero Academia universe, with him resembling All Might rather than a Jujutsu Kaisen character. Okay, so for the next point, we have a down bad moment from the Jujutsu Kaisen fandom. You see, among all the anime fandoms, probably the 2 worst ones when it comes to simps is male Makima fans but at another fan base. Which is the second one? Female Gojo fans. Because of that, a meme was born with this rivalry of Gojo and Makima. Not only do their power scalers argue with each other on who is stronger, we now also have their simps arguing which of the two fan bases is worst. And believe me, I saw some insane things coming from both fan bases. And I mean insane, to the point that people who did not see them are literally lucky. Female Gojo fans versus male Makima fans are something else. So much that they made a name as the worst and most messed up simps in the anime world. But talking about messed up, how can anyone leave behind that moment with Ui Ui and Mei Mei? You see, their relationship is, well, not the traditional brother-sister relationship. And you better believe that fans gave some insane nicknames to Ui Ui after that incident. And for the last fact of today's video, let's just mention this absurd habit of Gege. You see, Gege has the tendency to kill every fan-favorite character in the show. The meme goes something like this. A fan-favorite character exists in Jujutsu Kaisen, Gege. I mean, it's not random that the term Gege, when I catch you Gege, is literally trending on Twitter after many of the newest chapters of Jujutsu Kaisen come out. Check out this video, where we present the top 35 strongest characters in solo leveling. Go on, click it.